So I had a hard drive full of music and I wanted to be able to listen to it in my house. And I looked and I just wasn't happy with what you could get out there, what you could buy off the shelf. And so I went and I built something myself. You know, it's one of these things that just sort of evolves. It started out as a way to play music, and before you know it, I went ahead and took apart my wall so that I could install it right on the wall. So what I've essentially built is a touchscreen application. It runs on Windows, uses Windows Presentation Foundation primarily, but now it's sort of become this sort of central focal point for the kitchen for my own house. So this is the application. You can see that right up top it has weather, and this is normally the first thing I do when I come downstairs in the morning is see what kind of day we're going to have here in sunny Southern California. It's also got a calendaring function, and the calendar function actually syncs up with my wife's iPhone. So she's able to put entries into here, and then it automatically shows up here so she can see what's coming up without having to go out and find her phone. Also, the contact list actually also syncs up with her contacts on her phone. Grocery list, so if I need some chocolate chips, I can just put that on there and print that list, click a button here, and it'll print over in the other room. My wife likes to cook, and so she's got all her recipes in here. We can go, look up a recipe, find it in here, and it'll show up not only on this screen, but on a second monitor that I have just nearby in the kitchen. Because it's LCD in the wall, I thought, well, might as well use it like most LCDs that you find on walls in homes, and that is as a photo player. So you can see that it actually shows sort of revolving pictures. And if we need to write notes, then there's a little chalkboard that we can use for that purpose as well. Right. For those of you who want to follow a baseball team, then or football or soccer, actually put a little module in just to play around with that would allow you to get the upcoming schedule, latest results, standings, and so forth, so you can see what's happening. I live in Anaheim, so here's the schedule and the current standings for the Angels. This is, of course, the infamous music player. The whole project started out as a way to play music, and so I made sure to spend some time on that. And I've actually got it separated into 3 zones, so I can play music, but I can play it in either the living room, and I can control the volume there, the family room, or I can play it outside if we're having a party. We were hosting a party, and we wanted to make it a little unique, a little different, and the party happened to be a Vegas theme. And so we thought, how are we going to make this unique and more than just balloons? We already had a craps table and a blackjack table, but as far as decorating, we thought, how to make it unique? Well, happened to have access to a bunch of projectors and some laptops, which was nice, and so I put together a little application that allowed us to animate some old school Vegas signs. And so we were able to put up all over the walls and ceilings these Vegas signs and actually have them animated. And the application that I used to create those signs, I wrote in Windows Presentation Foundation. And that's one of the things that I really love about being a developer is if you don't like the way something works or you're not happy with what you can find out there, you can always just build it yourself.